Alright, so what's wrong with Sonic and Smash Ultimate? So I want to preface by saying that I don't really care about Sonic's viability in this game. I don't look at tier lists really, and I'm not a pro player, so I'm not trying to tell you guys whether he's a good character or not per se. I'm really just trying to, make this video to complain about his representation, and really just the Sonic franchise's representation as a whole in Smash Ultimate. So let's address the elephant in the room, which is the fact that this guy has 8 spin dash attacks / homing attacks in this game. Let me look at my notes real quick because I wrote them down in school. We have up smash, neutral air, neutral B, down B, side B, down throw, ledge attack, and get up attack when he's facing down. That is 8, and I repeat, 8 of these spin dash attacks in this game. 8 in the same moveset. Why? Why, Sakurai? Why did you do this to us? I'm not saying that this guy has to have like a reference in every single one of his attacks, because at the end of the day he still has to be like a practical fighting game character, right? I mean, Mario doesn't have a reference in all of his attacks, but he still has good representation, man. All we have is spin dash. Now, obviously in Brawl, this was one of those things where, obviously you can't really complain. People were just happy to see Sonic in Smash Bros. And obviously I know that Sonic was only greenlit like a few months before the game came out, so they didn't really have time to implement all of his obscure moves or whatever. But in Smash 4 and Ultimate, like, come on, what is the actual excuse? I do genuinely wonder. Now, there are some things they did get right, like, making him the fastest character in the game, by far. And, letting him make use of his quills in one of his throws, which is really cool in my opinion. I actually really like that. And also transferring that cockiness into Smash Bros. Very well, He's not a pushover in this game, at all. But I just fail to understand why they couldn't have, like, switched things up, man. They did get some things right in Brawl that they just didn't add into this game for some reason. Like, for example, I believe his forward air was actually like an axe kick or whatever, which looked really cool. And by the way, Sonic's design in Brawl was a lot cooler than the design we have right now. If any of you didn't know, it's based off of the Secret Rings design, which is really similar to the 06 design. And, I like both of those a lot. I'm not necessarily saying that this, modern Sonic design looks terrible or anything, because, I mean, it doesn't. But I don't know, it's really just a nitpick, it's really just down to personal preference, which design you liked more. But anyway, let's move on from his moveset, and let's go ahead and talk about his ults. So, in this game, every character has 9 ults. Sonic's are very uninspired, and I know you hear that getting thrown around so much, bro. You'll probably hear it getting thrown around at least 20 times during this video, but it's the truth, man. Everyone likes to complain about Sonic and Smash because it's a real issue. Color 1, obviously the iconic Sonic design. I like that they changed the pose from Smash 4, I think it looks better, even though when they first changed it, I didn't really like it. But anyway, first ult, pretty good. Second ult, vague reference to Knights, I'm pretty sure, which is another Sega franchise. I guess that's a cool reference. Third ult, I don't know what this is. I'd assume it's like a reference to the prison bracelets from Forces. When Sonic was imprisoned by Eggman on the Death Egg, that's what this reminds me of, but I don't know, I could be wrong. This vaguely reminds me of Silver. I mean, that's probably what it is, but I don't understand why they couldn't have, made him white, like Silver, or just given us Silver in the game. I mean, I'll get to Echo Fighters in a moment, and DLC in a moment, but, like, come on, man. Black Sonic, this ult does look good. It does look good, but at the same time, we could have gotten a Shadow ult or a Shadow Echo Fighter. I mean, it's cool, but I don't know what it's supposed to represent. These 3, I just don't know I don't know what they're supposed to be. Like, genuinely, I don't know what they're supposed to be. Now, obviously, we have characters like Sora, who basically got representation in every single one of their ults. None of these ults are random, by the way. Like, Sora's ults are really creative. For example, they gave him a design from all the mainline games, including Dream Drop Distance, and, Timeless River, Valor Form, Wisdom Form. I believe this is called Masters. Actually, no, this is not called Masters form. I don't remember what form this is called, but I just know it's from Kingdom Hearts 3. But yeah, they gave Sora a lot of representation, but he was a special case because like he was the final character in Smash. So I'm not trying to compare Sonic to like extreme cases like that to where it's like, come on. Because you know, Cloud's ults are, you know, not anything crazy. I mean, he has the ribbon, I guess, which is kind of creative, but like it's well known that his ults are nothing like crazy. Even with Mario, you can't really compare Sonic with Mario, you know, Nintendo's mascot. I mean, they have a lot of representation here, namely in the Waluigi suit, the Mario Maker suit, and the wedding suit. This is a reference to something that die-hard Mario fans will know, but I just can't remember. These three, I don't know what they're supposed to represent. I believe this one is from like a really old game, like an arcade game or something like that. But my point is, we know that Sonic is not Smash Bros' main focus, but they could have given us more. It's not that I don't appreciate the Knight's ult, it's not that I don't appreciate, you know, the black Sonic the Hedgehog. It's not that I don't appreciate them adding Bro into the game to begin with. I'm very appreciative. It's just the fact that I know we could have done so much more. And I'm not a game designer. I'm not going to go ahead and, you know, try and come up with a better moveset for this guy. There's hundreds of videos on YouTube already doing that exact same thing. I'm just a guy that plays the game. But it really is just sad to see, man. It's just sad to see how much wasted potential there is, man. And I did say I was going to talk about Echo Fire, so let's talk about that real quick. Why couldn't we have gotten an Echo Fighter Shadow at least? Shadow is unique enough that he could be a completely separate character from Sonic, but they could have at least given us an Echo Fighter if they couldn't be bothered to, you know, actually add him to the roster. Silver is the same, man. They could have given us a Silver Echo Fighter at the very least, but at the same time, they could have even just given us a completely separate character. What about my boy Knuckles, man? What about Knuckles? Why? Why couldn't they give us a Knuckles Echo File? Why couldn't they give us a Knuckles character? It just doesn't make sense to me. Because these would be such great additions to Smash. I can imagine Shadow's up B being some rendition of Chaos Control or something. Like, that would be cool, man. Or he could have introduced Joker's guns before Joker even came out. Or what about Silver having like a telekinesis neutral B, man? That would have been awesome. They could have given Braun It's No Use Torn. That would have been so good, man. I'm sad, man. Such missed opportunities.